Hi there, it's Stuart here with Thought for the Day, and I've been reading this book with Scarlett and Harvey at bedtime. It's a really good kids' book on prayer, and in one of the sections it breaks down for us the Lord's Prayer, helps us to get to grips with each different part of it. And as I'm sure most of you are very aware of, the first part of the Lord's Prayer, it says, Our Father. It's this instruction from Jesus to start the prayer with Our Father. And the really interesting thing about that phrase is that it comes right at the beginning, doesn't it? Even before we've had time to put our requests before God, our petitions before Him, it tells us to say Our Father. And what that does really is it kind of shifts categories for us. It helps us to break out of the kind of distance that we might feel from God sometimes, maybe even during prayer. It means that we're not just creation and creator, but actually it's more intimate and more personal than that. By saying Our Father, it puts us in the category of being children of God. And not only that, it puts us in the category of being brothers and sisters with Jesus himself. And there's something very wonderful, I think, about that, isn't there? You know, even if you haven't had a good father experience, I think most of us do know what a good father ought to be. He's someone we can turn to, someone we can get help from, someone we seek to find love from. And this book does a really good job of just helping us to figure out what that actually means. The book very helpfully takes us to 1 John chapter 3 verse 1, which says, See how very much our Father loves us, for he calls us children, and that is what we are. You know, friends, if we can view God as that type of Father, as our Father, will it not now be a delight and a joy to pray to him and to draw near to him? The very thing we ought to do at this time is to draw near to him, to call out to him in prayer, because we need him. We're in uncertain times. We don't know what's going on. We don't know how to handle our emotions and our feelings in the midst of being locked inside. We just need a God that we can call out to, someone we know who loves us and cares for us and has our best interests at heart. You know, the whole point of this command that Jesus gives us is that we begin to absorb the reality of who it is that we're praying to every time we start our prayers. Every time we fold our hands or close our eyes to pray, this is something we really need to get inside our heads, because it's going to set the tone for how we pray and how we feel about how we pray also. So, until next time when we work through the rest of the prayer, I do just encourage you to think through this every time you pray, that God is your Father, and try and understand exactly what that means.